It's Monday, September the 15th, 2025, and it's time for the Monday Market Report. Every Monday for over 5 years, we've looked at inventory of single-family homes that are for sale in Hudson Beach and Hernando Beach, with at least 2 bedrooms and at least 2 bathrooms that sit on saltwater canals that lead to the Gulf, and talk about what's going on in the real estate marketplace. So let's get right to the numbers. Today in Hudson, we have 84 homes that meet the criteria. That's up 4 from last week. We have 14 that are stilt homes. We have no pending sales in Hudson last week, but we had 2 closings in Hudson. In Hernando Beach, we had 37 on the market, up 1 from last week, of which 19 are stilt homes. But unfortunately, we didn't have any homes go pending, and we didn't have any sales. Guys, hope is not a strategy. I go and I meet with people all the time, and I give them a realistic idea about what their house is worth. And last week, I got called by a client who wanted me to go out and talk about listing their house. And they had it on the market for a while, and they are now looking for another agent because the other agent they had was from Tampa and doesn't understand the market dynamics of Hudson. And legitimately, this girl talked to me about, hey, I probably chose the wrong agent because they just don't understand this area. And you're local and you understand the pricing. And she had a number in mind that was $75,000 less than the list price she had been at. And unfortunately, when I did my comps and I shared my comps with her, I came in $50,000 under her dream price and over $100,000 under what her previous list price was. And the reason is because when I'm sitting there with a person talking about the value of their house, they need to know the truth. Because the truth matters. Her goal is to sell this house in the next 60 days. My advice was, if you can wait, your house is going to be way more valuable in 6 months, because as interest rates continue to fall, more buyers will be out. The more buyers, the more demand, the more money we can get for your house. Right now, even though interest rates today are only 6.28, which is great compared to 3 months ago when there were 7, and Jay Powell's supposed to cut, and hopefully he'll announce a couple more cuts. If you got to sell today, I went and looked at the comps, and my number for her was 30,000 under what her dream number was, over 100,000 under what she had it listed for. But that's the information she needs to know to make an intelligent decision. And the perfect example of that in action is one of the sales today in Hudson on King Street was a house, and please don't hold me accountable if I'm giving the exact wrong numbers. I looked it up an hour ago when I was doing my numbers. I think these are the right numbers, but if you want to call me, I'll give you the exact numbers. Sorry, I'm doing this live. They listed 168 days ago, and they listed a flooded out house on a canal in Hudson for $340,000. And I believe it sold for $240,000. If they would talk to somebody that could have guided them, the comps are there. Stellar MLS, we all have the same information. The average flooded out house in Hudson selling between $200,000 and $250,000 based on, does it have a 1-car, 2-car garage? Does it have a lift? Does it have a pool? If you have a 2-car garage, a master bathroom, a lift, or a pool, that adds value. That gets it above $200,000 to $250,000. But you can't list a house for $100,000 over what it's worth and hope it's going to sell. It's going to sit. And yes, I go into listings. I tell people what the price they should be listing for. And some people just don't want to list it for that. They want to list it for a better price. And look, it's your house. I'm here to give you advice. I'm here to give you the right information so you can make good strategic decisions. But ultimately, it is your house. You get to list it for whatever you want. But it's about being honest and about telling my clients the hard things they really don't want to hear, but they need to hear. While I'm being all cliche using hope is not a strategy, let's go to another cliche, the serenity prayer. Don't worry about things you don't control. And we're in the middle of that right now. Interest rates are 6.28%. Hopefully, Jay Powell will announce price reduction, rate reduction, and a series of rate reductions. And really soon we'll see rates under 5, which will really spur real estate activity. Let's hope there's not a hurricane. All the signs are pointing to maybe this is going to be that season we needed that we don't get a hurricane. But I don't control it. We can't just hope it doesn't happen. And we can't worry about things we don't control. We just deal with it when it happens. The other thing we can't worry about is the government shuts down and how that's going to affect real estate or affect the economy. We don't control it. A bunch of politicians control it. We don't. So you can't worry about what you don't control. Guys, my name's Greg Klishis. The only thing I can control with my real estate brokerage is when I'm sitting in front of you, that I'm giving you the honest information that you need to make a decision. It's really important to me that I do that. If you'd like to talk to me, my phone number is 813-394-4356. I'm broker owner of Gulf Coast Fishing Homes Realty. I live in Hudson. I live on the water. This is what I do. And I'm here to give you the advice and the counsel that you need so you understand how to make strategic decisions to sell your house. Have a great day.